we go then, our fourth and final match of the afternoon on day 2. It is Rob Cross up against Cor Dekker. Well, we spoke about it with Laura just a few moments ago, that Rob Cross hasn't had the easiest of years, but one thing he does know about is how to be a world champion, and that is because he was one back in 2018 on debut as well for him. Pretty impressive that year, but he hasn't managed to reach those heights since. Last year his campaign was cut short, going home after a 3-1 loss to Scott Williams in the second round. But what can he do in his 9th appearance on the Ali Pali stage? Well, voltage, he goes up against one of 28 debutants at this year's World Championships, Cor Dekker. The Sheriff is looking to make his mark this year. Well, shall we see what happens in this one and get you over to your commentary team? It is Laura Turner and Rod Studd.
Thank you, Anna. Yes, Cor Dekker, the third of the debutants to grace the Ali Pali stage in this 2026 World Darts Championship, all looking to emulate the amazing feat of Rob Cross 8 years ago when he famously won the title at his very first attempt, beating Phil Taylor in the Powers farewell match, having defeated Michael van Gerwen in that most epic of semi-finals, which is the stage that he's reached since, best run since, when he lost to Luke Littler in the 2024 semi-final. But as Anna's been saying, Rob Cross has endured a difficult end to 2025, and I wonder if Laura Turner is sniffing an upset here in this first round clash.
Yeah, for me, it's very much about how it starts, because
100.
maybe a bit edgy for Rob Cross. He's obviously got some fond memories here, but it's the lowest we've seen him in terms of the seeding since he obviously arrived as a debutant, but down to number 17. And just 12 months ago, he came into the tournament as seeded number 5. So that's been the decline of Rob Cross throughout this year. Yeah, by way of making that semi-final a couple of years ago, that money's now come off the rankings. Hence, provisionally, he's actually now number 21.
Yeah, and he's lost at the first hurdle at 5 of his last 7 TV ranking tournaments, and didn't even qualify for the Grand Slam of Darts. So it's been a tough run, and it needs to stop soon. Otherwise, that slide down the rankings will continue.
And I think the standout thing for me, it was the manner as well of the defeats that he suffered early doors. You go back to the Players' Championship finals, it was 6-2 to Sebastian Białowski.
60.
It was a 6-1 loss to Nathan Aspinall at the Europeans, and lost out in that Grand Slam Darts qualifier, lost to Ricky Evans. It was the first time we hadn't seen him there for 8 years at the Grand Slam of Darts.
100.
Well, these are important matches because this is where all the big ranking points are on offer. Everything is multiplied. Prize money and ranking points. And if Cross were to lose here in this matchup, then he really is in peril of slipping outside, first and foremost, the top 25, with a host of players with just one win ready to go past him in the rankings. So these are important matches, not solely because these are World Championship matches and these are the games on which players are judged when their career finishes. And whatever happens, the fact is, if Rob Cross did not win another darts match in his life, no one could take away that world title.
127. Call you require 56.
Absolutely not, but it's Dekker who should have the first shot at a double, and that double of choice is double 18.
20. Robbie required 40.
No Dekker double there, so Rob Cross tops. Double 10.
Game shot the first leg.
Well, he dodges one there. He does take
Second leg
the
is
opening leg.
Game on.
And that World Championship win should not be considered by any manner of means a flash in the pan for Voltage, because as we watch his first maximum, which he enjoyed, and why wouldn't he? Following year, he won the World Match Play to join that very exclusive club of players that have won the Match Play and the World Championship. He's won the Euros twice and runner-up in 6 other big TV tournaments. So he's not a one-trick pony, is he, by any manner of means?
It's just been one of those years that even if you look back right at the beginning of 2025, he picked up the very first tour on the Pro Tour. Just hesitating a bit. You don't want to mention it, but 5 perfect darts into leg number 2 for Rob Cross. He also won the Dutch Darts Trophy as well. So started off quite positively, and it's just been rather sticky a year for Rob Cross ever since then.
He was 7th in the Premier League, and while there was very much a game of musical chairs going on in and amongst the playoff places, and for a while he was in the race there and had a 9-dart leg you were alluding to one there, Laura, when he stopped short on the 6th dart. But
100, Rob, you require 96.
Double 18.
Well, that World Championship win was very much about the 18 segment in one way or another.
88.
Not interested in addressing the double 9, prefers to use a dart to get back to a double with 3 in hand, because Cor Dekker not on a finish here.
97. Rob, you require 8. Game shot the second leg.
And it proved a wise choice.
Third leg is called to throw first. Game on.
Been a really good start for Rob Cross.
140.
Glenn Durrant did allude to the fact that he's had a bit of time off since early exit at the Players' Championships finals. He's been working on his throw.
57.
Well, that year he won the World Championship as a debutant. It was by no means some kind of real surprise, despite the obvious headlines, because darts fans, punters and bookmakers were all very much aware of Cross's ability at that point, given his results on the Pro Tour, and he went off something like 20-1. But this year, his decline in form can be clearly seen in the odds, where he goes off at 150-1 to win this championship for a second time. And not too many of you pundits are picking him, Laura.
No, it's true.
Well, feel free to change your mind. You can change your mind at any time, up to and including the match-winning dart in the final, as some of you do.
I don't think anyone ever doubts the talent and the ability that Rob Cross has got in abundance.
89.
It just hasn't really shown to the rose to the surface so far in 2025.
Well, this is a good start, mind you, and he has had to
96. Call you require 32.
get a little bit fortunate as Dekker missed a couple of darts at double, and now he hits the wrong double. Double 9. Nearly 2 for the price of 1, now can't finish.
No score. Rob, you require 150. $126.
No big finish from Cross, but beautiful setup play.
No score.
Desperate darts, and even the darting gods now
24.
frowning on Cor Dekker. Rob Cross for a whitewash set, as Dekker has missed 7 and a double in it. He hit 1 accidental double, that's not on those stats, but he's missed 7 darts to get a leg on the board. Rob Cross has strolled through the opening stanza, and the former world champion is on his way. Marches off stage, having marched into a 1-leg lead in 3 straight legs.
2018 world champion Rob Cross, who has drawn first blood. He's one up against debutant Cor Dekker. And watching on, look at them, living it up in the VIP area is Glenn and Polly. You're having all the fun, you two.
Yes, I think we could get used to this VIP treatment. Right,
yeah,
Glenn?
the atmosphere is absolutely... I'm used to being in seat 500, so VIP. I'm loving this.
Yeah, I'm usually in row Z as well. Look, Rob, he hasn't had a great year, is he? But he's making a great account of himself today.
I felt he was going to win the match.
Yeah.
And then I was watching backstage, and Cor Dekker looks really comfortable, really confident, sat with his supporters here as well, so no bias here, but absolutely delighted that Rob is up and running, but still a lot of work to do.
Absolutely. Well, let's see how this unfolds and head back to commentary with Rod and Laura.
Thank you, Polly. Thank you, Doctor. Interesting, Laura, that Dr. Durrant should wait until Cross has taken the first set of a race to 3 to tell us that he fancied Cross to win. Wise stuff.
Second set, first leg.
98 and change average here, voltage. 15 points above his Norwegian opponent, Dutch-born opponent, whose best run this year was to be in the last 32 of the World Series of Darts finals, and most agonising defeat lost 6-5 to Barney in a match that he controlled, but wasn't able to down the doyen of Dutch darts in the last leg decider.
100.
In the country of his birth now, moved to Norway and has played for Norway in the World Cup of Darts on 3 occasions. Almost beat Gary Anderson in a singles match some 9 years ago. Lost a last legger there. The Flying Scotsman took out a big finish with Dekker waiting on a finish.
Yeah, this not only just a debut here for Cor Dekker himself, on the 28 debutants that we've got here, the expanded 128 field at Ali Pali, but also it's a debut for the nation, Norway's first representative at the PDC World Championships. We have seen moments of magic from Cor Dekker. Obviously picked up his tour card earlier on this year, but back in 2024 at the Hungarian Darts Trophy did find a leg of perfection in a 6-2 defeat at the hands of Stephen Bunting, but managed to reel off a 9-dart leg from absolutely nowhere.
91. All you require 161.
No finish here, and as far as Rob Cross is concerned, he wants to make sure, wait for it, there's no way that Dekker will get through here.
Rob, you require
My apologies.
89.
You've been storing that one, Rod.
Wanted to get it in early. 57 here, the target for Roberto. 70 left now, so 20. That leaves the bullseye now.
64.
So we should see more darts at double for Dekker. He's had 7. We'll get another one here with a single 20. Tops.
40.
It's the element of the game that's really let down Dekker so far. 0 from 8. It's not like he hasn't had chances to convert some of these legs.
Double 8 for voltage.
Game shot the first leg.
Well,
Rob Cross. Second leg is
almost amazing, really, but Rob Cross has thrown 1 fewer dart at double than Cor Dekker in this match, and he's won every single leg played.
100.
It's the element of the match that Cor Dekker's going to have to sort out, and sort out fast.
80.
Well, I feel I'm getting all my favourite sayings in early in the World Championship, but here's another. Until they change the rules of darts, hitting and missing doubles will always determine the outcome of darts matches. And we're seeing it manifest here. Cross is hitting over 50% at the outer ring, and Cor Dekker has missed all 8 he's attempted, including one when he hit double 7 instead of double 16.
Imagine being here on debut, just getting that first leg under your belt. It's got to act as a bit of a settler, because then the panic sets in. You don't want to be a player that finds themselves losing 9 legs to 0.
It may not quite be the settler as advertised if you've lost 8 legs previously to hitting a double.
Well, yes, very much. But
And it looks like every possibility of being 5 on the trot here.
42.
But would it be a consolation prize at that particular point? You don't really want to be in that record of the ones that have been completely whitewashed up in the Ali Pali stage. It won't feel like that at the time, obviously.
Well, he has a squeak here, in all fairness.
99.
So leaves 100.
You require 146.
Another. Well, he's disgusted because he couldn't follow
94.
the very accurate opening arrow of the visit.
100.
And can Cor get another dart at a double here? Well, still on. Either the treble 19 or the treble 15 in point of fact.
43.
And Rob Cross here, 20 for 32 is the MO of the former world champion. Double 16 and 2 in hand for a 2-0 lead in set 2 and a sweep of the first 5 legs of the match. Skews across and screws across the target area.
20.
Yeah, it made it awkward the way Cross's darts go in. That can happen.
Dekker made a bit of a mess of the setup play. Has to burn a dart here. It's a couple more in hand at tops. Double 10 for the first leg of his on the board, and there's a bit of a reaction there.
Third leg is Rob to throw first.
Well, he missed his first 9 darts at a double in this match. At the 10th time of asking, he pins double 10. And he has a leg. And who knows where that may lead. As cricketers, bowling when the opposition are 250 for no wicket will tell you 1 brings 2. Can that prove to be the case with Cor Dekker here? Can 1 leg bring 2? Can 2 bring 3 in a set? And that would make the picture look very different. And it can change very quickly, Laura, can't it, in set play? The weather can go from sunny to a thunderstorm very quickly as far as Rob Cross is concerned.
We saw it in match 2, didn't we, where Ian White just sailed into a 2-0 lead over Mervyn King. King fought back valiantly to level it up at 2 sets apiece. It was White that got over the line in the end, but like you say, it really was a match that ebbed and flowed, went from one direction to the other.
And talking afterwards, Ian White pointing out that his overwhelming emotion after the match was one of sheer fatigue rather than any kind of elation, having finally scrambled home by 3 sets to 2.
It's not just being up there on the hockey for an extended period of time, but it's also that mental fatigue, that level of concentration, trying not to panic when you've gone from 2 sets up to being level at 2 sets all.
140.
I'll tell you what, Cor Dekker here, every chance of back-to-back legs. Another single, wants to be well away from that treble. So far away, he's found the double to leave double 10.
Game shot the third.
Well, that'll do.
Cor Dekker.
Not the approved route, but the sat-nav was reprogrammed after the second dart, and he found his darting destination on double 10 for the 2nd straight leg.
Rob Cross stretching out at the back of the stage.
26.
Almost taking a leaf out of the world champions book there. Anything to get to double 10 for the Nuke 60. On occasions when he's feeling that double 10 cannot possibly be missed. In any regard, Cor Dekker here with the darts in his hand to level up the match, which seemed highly unlikely after he'd lost the first 4 legs of the contest. And given Rob Cross's flaky recent run of results,
60.
if he can get in and amongst here, the Norwegian, he's got a chance.
And this is again, this is another test of the mental side of the game, because Rob Cross, he looked positive, he looked confident coming out, and he stormed into that 3-0 win to take the first set, but just saw some signs there, shaking his head. This is where the negativity, you have to try and block it out.
100.
And this is the moment where Glenn Durrant will remind us that he felt that Cor Dekker did look good in the walk-on, as opposed to thinking that Rob Cross would win the game as he did after one set.
83.
Oh, it's so good when you can ride more than one horse in the same race. It really is. Oh, beautiful pick-offs of the green bit from Roberto. I feel this is a
100.
important passage of play here, Laura, this next leg or two. And the destiny of this second set could be really crucial in teeing up the rest of the match.
97.
Cor Dekker, after losing those initial 4 legs, he had a bit of a mountain to climb as it was, but going 2-0 down against a player like Rob Cross would be a very taxing task indeed.
Well, he was in danger of being blown away. He got a foothold and managed to claw onto the top of the cliff, but he might well be finding Rob Cross standing on his fingertips here as he looks at double 16, and voltage rights the ship. And gets it back to 2-2 in legs in set 2. Now a really big leg coming up. It's worth 2 sets really, in point of fact, because it's either 2-0 to Rob Cross or it's 1 each. It's a 2-set swing on one leg of darts.
Yeah, big moments coming up for both these players, and Rob Cross not able to find a big treble.
100.
Cor Dekker, to me, just looks very calm, composed, no panic setting in.
Well, you see the drop off,
45.
and it's not been anything in particular that Cor Dekker has done to get a foothold in the match. It's more a huge drop off by voltage. A drop of, well, let's call it 20% of his average. Dekker has just about stayed the same, been flatlining along in the early 80s. And it was probably the early 80s when the early 80s in terms of average was enough to win a darts match in the World Championship.
Very true, but second maximum of the match, both of them going the way of Rob Cross. How often we say darts is all about timing.
41.
Well, Rob Cross has got his timing right here. If he can time another maximum, it will leave 58. Can he? Can he? Oh, 140 will have to do to leave 98 after a dozen darts. And when you're throwing for a set, that is superb.
There were moments in the set you saw Rob Cross just starting to shake his head, but potentially win this leg, this set in 14 darts.
78 left. So 60 left, and he'll just tee this up now. Dekker, no finish. Bogey number. So this has not been as serene as the opening set, but nonetheless, this is for 2-0 in a race to 3. Double 10. Cross the boss here. He wins the first 2 sets of the match against Cor Dekker. He had to work hard in that second set, but the result is the same as the first. And the former world champion on his way, you feel now, to round 2. It's Rob Cross 2, Cor Dekker 0.
look at that lineup. Smudger kicks things off against Andreas Harrison, and then it is Mr. Christmas himself, Ricky Evans, up against Mang Lok Lung. And then it is hot favourite Jean Van Veen up against Christo Reyes, who returns to Palace after 6 years. And then it is Aussie Damon Heta, who saw throw 9 darter last year. Mixed form this year going into the World Championships up against Steve Lennon. But we are into our final match of the afternoon, and it is that man there, 2018 World Champ Rob Cross, who is 2-0 up against debutant Cor Dekker, the winner of this one, which is looking likely to be Rob Cross at this stage, but the winner will face Ian White in the second round. Right, let's see if Rob Cross can hold on and seal the deal, and hand you back to Glenn and Laura.
Thank you, Anna. Well, 2-0 to Cross, and we've already seen 2 whitewashes this afternoon for Neil Zorro Zonneveld and the Pearl Ryan Searle. Can we see a third whitewash? We will, if Rob Cross wraps it up in this third stanza. It was a better set, that second one for Cor Dekker, much better. But that, I think, was largely due to a drop-off of the level of play from Rob Cross. I'm not sure the Norwegian can rely on that continuing, as Cross starts very tidily at the top of the third. Looking to set up a tie against Ian White, who outlasted Mervyn King in a 5-setter.
Cor Dekker needs some kind of Mervyn King-esque recovery if he's going to force a deciding set. King stumbled at that final hurdle, couldn't get past Ian White in the end, but Cor Dekker, you feel, needs something, because Rob Cross, you can see the finish line, and he will try and make a charge for it.
Well, Cross in the first set was threatening a ton-plus average, and if he had gone on to achieve it, which is highly unlikely now, it would have been his 11th ton-plus average in the World Championship. That puts him 8th on the all-time list. Luke Littler with his 11th ton-plus average last night broke the tie with Cross, so Cross now 8th on the all-time list with 10 ton-plus averages. Phil Taylor has 56 ton-plus match averages. Michael Van Gerwen 41. Cross wants double 4. Doesn't like the lie. Double 2 now then.
Game shot the first leg.
Likes the outcome.
Second leg is Rob to throw first.
Yeah, 15-dart breaker throw for Rob Cross in set number 3. Cor Dekker here on debut, not able to emulate the only other debutant we've seen so far this year in Arno Merck, who got better of Tim Huybrechts 3 sets to 0. Cor Dekker, semi-finalist at the Swiss Darts Trophy, beating the likes of Gilding, Wright, Dobie and Clayton, his best run that we've seen so far in 2025. Lost to Luke Woodhouse in the end. He's really up against it here, against a very focused and determined looking Rob Cross.
32.
Despite Rob Cross there, not able to leave a finish.
134.
There's no finish left for Cor Dekker either.
Well, if he were to keep progressing here, Rob Cross, with his 17th seeding, highly likely that he would run into Luke Littler in the last 16, and he's in that awkward position in the draw. 16th, 17th seed. What was formerly known as the Kevin Painter position, as he seemed to always be in that position when Phil Taylor was the number one. .66 left, 16 segment for the bullseye, and we'll have to go for it with Dekker on 74.
45. Call you requires 74.
So there's a chance here. One dart and one dart only at tops.
34.
And he's in the position now where
Robbie requires
cannot
25.
afford to miss chances. Too close to defeat to be able to spurn opportunities like that. Double 8 to go within a leg of round 2. Double 4 next to his beloved double 18.
Game shot the second leg.
And the next door neighbour answers the call.
It's called to throw first.
A shake of the head there in the background from Cor Dekker, because he knows may have just been the one solitary dart, but that could have been a point of return for him. But 2 sets down, 2 legs down. Needs absolute perfection from here on in.
Well, he's displayed
60.
some different aspects of his darting ability here, Rob Cross. The first set was excellent when he averaged almost 100. The second set he had to come from 2 legs to 1 down. And now, close to victory, he's in cruise control.
100.
So, whilst you should never forget that any outcome is possible in any match, Laura, no matter how unlikely it may seem, assuming Rob Cross wins from here, how would you assess his performance?
140.
He's done more than he's needed to do so far. If he can get over the line here, plenty of positives to take from it as well, especially when you look at the opening set. He came out, he had the confidence, he had the ability to see it out 3 legs to 0. Didn't really give Dekker much of a look in.
That will give him the big fish for the match. Quite the way to wrap up a World Championship victory.
81. Robbie require 170.
And another as the crowd begin to rise, because they know it's the bullseye for the big fish for the match. Oh, the big fish, the biggest of finishes, as Rob Cross brings the curtain down on the afternoon arrows action by reeling in a whopper. It's voltage through to round 2 with a 3-0 win over Cor Dekker, and that books him a ticket for a matchup with Ian White in the second round at the 2026 World Darts Championship. The former champ on his way to round 2. Oh, look at the fish, Laura. It's marvellous, isn't it?
Yeah, the biggest finish of them all. Perfect way to end the afternoon session. Absolute brilliance from Rob Cross throughout. Looks comfortable, especially in the opening set. Backed it up with a 3-leg-0 win in the third set as well. A little bit unstuck in set 2, did drop a couple of legs, but Rob Cross, the former world champion, looking very good indeed.
Well, not perfecto from Roberto by any manner of means, but it was more than good enough. Average of just a few ticks under 91, a couple of maxes, but the highlight, no question, the big fish finish and the double success, pretty close to 50%. And all in all, that adds up to a very satisfactory day at the Alexandra Palace office for the former world champion. And I believe that Rob is now chatting on stage with Polly James. Polly.
Yeah, thanks, Rod. He's just signing something now. What a finish. What a spectacular finish. The big fish reeling it in to book your place in round 2. You've got to be delighted with that performance, Rob.
Yeah, I did a bit edgy today, you know. I thought I was going to come out and be brand new. I quite weren't. But, yeah, the finish with that one, I've been doing that all week. And that's lovely, you know. So, no, I'm really, really proud of myself. I'm glad to get through the first round. And there's a lot more in the tank yet, you know.
Those show-stopping finishes, are those the type of, finishes that can spur you on, perhaps, light some fire in the belly?
Yeah, of course, you know. Yeah, like I said, I wanted a bigger performance today. And, I'm just happy for the win. And next game, I'll get up for it even more. And I think I'll be better, you know. I feel back, I do. And it showed at the end.
Rob is so back. We love it. Listen, you told me earlier, though, walking into the Palace, that you felt really emotional. This is a special place for you, isn't it?
I adore this place. I adore the fans. I think they're amazing, you know. For me, you know, I just want to get up here and play my best stuff. And if I can do that, I've got a chance. I've definitely got a chance.
How much would it mean for you to have such a good run here, Rob? How much would it mean for you to have a great run here?
Do you know, it's not just about the run. I think if you don't win it, you're always going to be disappointed. So it's not about the run. I've made it pretty good for a journeyman, but at the same time, when I want something, I need to put my head on it. And if I do that, I think I've got a massive chance.
Well, you seem full of confidence, and we'll see you back in 10 days. Congratulations, Rob. Well done.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Well done to Rob Cross, and what a finish from him with that 170 checkout. Brilliant performance this afternoon. That means Rob Cross is firmly into that second round and will play in white next. There you go, confirmation of that draw then, that Ian White will await Rob Cross in that second round. Very much looking forward to that one.